ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday afternoon, the 3rd day of June, and as expected, the heat has cranked up a notch. Let's go to some Skycam shots at midday. We'll begin with the look at the view coming from Peach Country. There's a look at the downtown Clanton Skycam, and really the cumulus field today looks better than the one we saw yesterday at this time. There's the Demopolis Skycam, partly sunny there. We're looking north from the Demopolis Civic Center, and from downtown Jasper, that's the view from the King Building. Looking east, a few fluffy cumulus clouds dotting the sky. There's a water vapor satellite imagery this afternoon, and again, you can see our ridge beginning to nose in here from the west. We've got some convective debris, high cirrus clouds moving in from the north, from those storms north of here. There's a look at them on radar at midday. A tornado watch for parts of Indiana and northern Kentucky until 7 o'clock tonight. That's Eastern Daylight Time, 6 o'clock Central Time. Pretty nasty-looking bow echo there crossing the Illinois-Indiana state line. And that does include Indianapolis and points south, and that's where all of the really serious weather will be today. There's a moderate risk of severe weather up there. That runs all the way from Kansas City to near Pittsburgh. And surrounding that, a slight risk all the way from Denver to Philadelphia. And the slight risk does dip down into North Georgia and clips northeast Alabama. But on the western side of the state, I don't think we see a drop of rain today because the ridge takes over west of I-65. Tomorrow, basically the same area, slight risk from northeast Colorado to Atlantic City, Wilmington, and Chesapeake Bay. That includes Des Moines, Chicago, Columbus, Indianapolis, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore. Day 3, Thursday, this could be a big severe weather day. I know it's a slight risk. I wouldn't be shocked if that thing is upgraded to a moderate, maybe even a high. States like Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, up to the Great Lakes. That would include places like Oklahoma City, Wichita, Omaha, Des Moines, Kansas City, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Chicago. And on day 4, pretty much the same area. And, of course, all of the action north of here as Alabama gets in a dry pattern. And speaking of dry, this is suggesting not a drop of rain for the next 5 days. This is the QPF valid through 7 o'clock Sunday morning. Big rains to the north. But again, dry as a bone down here. Now remember, this is June. I'm never going to say never. You might always see a thunderstorm somewhere, but ridging aloft should put a lid on most of the showers the next 4 or 5 days. There's a look at the output of the 12Z GFS. This is valid for tomorrow. And you can see our trough developing out west. The ridge is the story here. Should be a hot and dry day with highs back in the 90s. Thursday, there's that big trough. That's a nasty-looking system there. And obviously that has great concern for a major severe weather event there from Oklahoma on northeast. While we stay dry, ridging in control. Friday, the ridge holds. The system deflected well to the north. And we'll peak down below that just to be sure. And I guess you might mention a few isolated afternoon storms. And really you could do that any day in the summer, but most folks are going to be dry and hot. Saturday starting off the weekend, that monster ridge just eats us up. And that means hot and dry weather. Sunday, same deal. I promise we're showing you different days that just looks the same. Another trough out west Monday of next week. The trough lifts out, and again, that looks like a severe weather deal for the Corn Belt out there. And then Tuesday, the trough rotates up into Canada. And we do note there seems to be a little bit of a weakness in the ridge developing down through here, and maybe that will allow a chance of showers and storms by Tuesday of next week. In fact, that the model is suggesting that. Anytime you get a weakness in the ridge, we'll be watching for that and any sign of increasing shower and thunderstorm formation. It's little subtle differences that can make a big difference in the forecast. We'll go deeper into Voodoo Country. This is June the 13th, and boy, look at the ridge there. Now, understand we've seen some runs of this model that have suggested a trough trying to break the thing down, and now the ridge just takes over all across the southeastern states. That whopper of a 588 circle, that looks hot and dry. And on June 19th, the end of the cycle, the ridge breaks down. A little shortwave comes through here, and that looks like we might see showers and thunderstorms. But again, consistency just not good out there. And the key word, I think, is hot. And we'll be looking for any opportunities for showers and storms down the line, but I think the next 5 days will indeed be mostly dry. That's it for the Weather Extreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.